Hi, it's Two Bad Models. To be less formal, just I'm Reese. Um, I haven't had a wee video out for about a week, probably more. Um, I've sort of got into a creative stump with doing the kits. Uh, I was mostly way through making the Hetzer and good bit through the Churchill, and then I got to a point where I the first year of the Hetzer, I did a paint job, but it's just really, I don't feel like it's good enough. I don't think it's a good enough paint job, and it sort of put me into like a bit of a stump with finishing it because I feel like it could be so much better in the actual paint job itself, and having that go wrong sort of put me into a stump. And during that process, I was working on this year Churchill, with some of the netting, whatnot on the actual Kang, and very happy, very pleased. Everything was going pretty well, and then I just sort of gotten to this point where I brush painted every bit of the tools, everything you needed on it, did all that, and it didn't come to a standard that I was hoping, and sort of put me off entirely. And I'm sort of stuck here now with these two pretty much nearly finished builds, just needing those like extra little bits of care. Stuck at a stage of mostly complete, just needing small bits of like chipping, decals and a bit of weathering. Not much more to get done, but just because of a thing like a problem, it's really thrown everything off. Especially on the Hetzer, the paint job, I used the masks. I have all the video recorded off doing this, and the colors just don't look right. They look really off. The vehicle looks kind of ugly. I don't know where to go from there. And it kind of comes into this idea of doing models and doing these things and always wanting to achieve a better result. I think it's setting myself a goal that I'm not any skill, or at least that I'm not competent enough to achieve, and needing that, I guess, put that extra bit of work in just feels intimidating because I feel like this kit could be so much better. I have a pretty good example. Let's grab it quickly. I have this Tamiya Tiger 1 with some like Zimmerit, some photo etch parts, metal barrel, resin muzzle brake, everything, like all the hoo-has you can get. And they don't have as metal tracks, but the tracks to me are good enough. This one is just falling apart, but all the effort to get to this stage, and it's just not complete. It didn't go any further. I sort of reached that block where I feel like I've done a good job at building, or I've achieved. Okay, I've done a better job. Like I've done well at building it, but I just can't push to that next stage. I have so many kits just sitting, either not painted, built up. I'd say built to an average standard. They're not rough. They're there and they're done. And paint, some of them are painted, just either in their primer and they're appreciating, and some of them have their base coats, but then they just don't go further than that. And then it's like, it's so hard to sort of get that confidence to do all the effect. Like here you can see like it's a Tamiya Sturm Tiger. You know, it's got some okay weathering. It's not, the hole in this isn't connected yet. Don't know why it's not, to be honest, but you know what? I must have had a purpose. And that's just not in my memory. But you can see, you know, a vehicle that's been able to build it, just the final steps aren't completed. You know, not the weathering, not really chipping or anything like that. It's just effects. And it's just getting to that final point just feels so much harder. And that's probably what my video schedule is probably going to be really behind of trying to keep up with posting consistently, because I keep getting into these sort of stumps. So if we're going on, I'll probably be focusing more on just doing some basic builds and detailed like building, and then on the rare occasion, if that inspiration flows, probably doing a bit of painting and trying to ease it right now. I was working on another video just to sort of ease back into a bit of the painting. I was working on this it's a Tamiya Tiger that I had in my, like, I just had up there sitting. It was I did a sort of paint job, didn't really look that great. Not that this looked that much better, but I was trying to do a like sort of what if Japanese scheme. This turret just does not want to sit on. But imagine the turret's in the spot. But, you know, it's something. But, you know, this could be to a lot better of painting. Painting is something that I'm still trying to learn. To try to understand. Just ignore these copper wires here. This is a trying out to try and peel this down a bit to try and give it a bit of weight. Didn't really work, so it's just sitting there now dangling. So who's got that sitting up there? So, you know, I've got all these things sort of going on with all these different projects. I got so many just sitting around. There, you know, there's a Ryefield. It's a Panzer IV with a, like, what was it, like a Panzer F turret with this really long, overly sized barrel. But I've had this thing in the works for ages. Absolutely ages. And I have so many just projects that I could try to do like painting videos on specifically, just to sort of skip that building phase and just do some painting. If I grab over, I have a Flak E100. That's all ready. So I have this big fella. You know, it's all ready to go. It just needs, you know, basic painting up here, maybe like a red primer and then sort of striped pattern. But these vehicles are all ready. They just need that final little oomph just to get past it. And then I have all these pottery kits. You know, I could just do some reviews showing off some kits that I've recently gotten. I have the new Airfix Ferret pre-ordered, so I'm hoping to get that soon enough. I have a Tamiya Challenger that I want to make a video on soon. And then this little small Revell UH1D. I don't know why the letters are different for me. I thought it was the Huey. So anyway, that must be the German thing for it, but I don't know. But this little heli, thought it was neat. Never built a helicopter, and I thought it was a nice small scale little helicopter, and it would look pretty neat to have something different. I also have a lot of a few ICM things. Like I put this here. I have a lot of kits, and I could just go through my stash, do some reviews. I have a lot of mini art kits, and a lot of Hobbiewell stuff that I would like to probably just go through, even just do a review, like inside the box, just something simple for a little bit now, until I get out of the little jiffy of painting, which I'm slowly working on. But once I can, I will firstly either just give this a touch up on spots that I think it could be helpful, even if it's just highlighting some better shades of colors into the camos, or just starting fresh, wiping this thing clean and painting the tools, painting all the little accessories onto this, giving the track some nice rust effects, and doing whatever needed for that. And hopefully, sooner or later, build this. And just, do a quick unboxing and build it. And I would like to say though that if anybody else gets in these types of ruts with doing their models, or kind of you kind of wait and for improvement, you put the project off, you think you're not ready for it, and I keep trying to get these skills from other things, but then on those I end up putting too much more work into those, and then I end up thinking, oh trolley, I can't go further on this one, I can't do it to the level I want to. So trying to get past that. So if you have any advice or your own opinions on that, I would like to know. I'm waffling on a lot, but there's a lot of stuff I could talk about with doing this hobby. It is a fun hobby, it's a relaxing hobby, it's a therapeutic hobby at that, and it's fun. But then the way I know a lot of people probably function too, and I know I do, it sort of becomes I'm trying to improve, I'm trying to do better, because I want to achieve some sort of either realism or very artistic, or find my own style of how I want to do it. And to achieve a realistic look, but then have it stylized a little bit, is hard. At least for me. I'm quite slow at learning these types of things and picking up on the little tricks and all the little ways, but I'm going to keep at it, keep trying to improve, and do some, hopefully make the next video nothing like this, and hopefully make a proper build video, or just a painting video, whatever I can get to, and just a review. In between the process of actually getting the painting done and doing all the details, just do a quick review, showcase a kit that I'm wanting to build soon, show it off, say, hey, this is what's coming, and hopefully it all works out. And I would like to say thank you for watching. If you managed to make it this far, I do applaud you for my madman's rambles. And I hope to see you in a later video. So subscribe.